Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
We breaking news again. Hog HQ Live, tell a Razorback friend. Hot Adam DP, the squad you can trust. On every platform, we never adjust. From the hills to the streams, we the Hog Dream Team. Dropping Razorback gems, y'all know what I mean. Heart with the insight, sharp as a tusk. Adam takes heavy, break the mic in the dust. DP in the cut, stat sharp as a blade. Talking hoops, talking football, every play gets made. Razorback Nation, call it Hog Vibration. On Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch sensation. Instagram scrolling, X marks the spot. When the pigs hit the field, we reporting the plot. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. DP crunching numbers that I'm setting the tone.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Yeah.
Go Hogs it is. Yeah. There you go. We right here. All right. Look, welcome back to another episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. Your screen is not confusing. Transplant Texan. Salute to you, sir. Thank you for tapping in with us. It is Adam and myself tonight. Hart is off, taking a break. He will be back with us. But as always, you know the motto, tell a friend, and we're back again with another great episode of Hog HQ Live, ready to talk everything Razorbacks. Of course, we'll talk the perfect 10. It was a great weekend to be a Razorback fan. You got the SEC roundup. Of course, we got to talk about the basketball. Of course, we got to talk about the basketball because it means something. It's time to start putting together some seedings and some rankings. So we'll definitely get in that when we talk SEC roundup. Of course, we had the Diamond Hogs on the field this weekend with the sweep versus Xavier. And of course, we got some Hog hoops, which was a split week, but it was an interesting week, if you ask me. So we'll jump straight into it. Sir, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. I love that. I love that.
You know, it's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day.
There you go. There you go. I can dig it. So, of course, it was a great weekend, man. Like I said, in the men's track, we had 2 records being broken this week. Of course, in tennis, they went 1-0, went undefeated, defeated Memphis. I wanted to see if Phil go to the game and check out some of his former people. Don't know how many tennis games he went to, tennis matches he went to. Now, of course, baseball. We went had the home opener and had a record attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Von Walker gonna always sell out their stadium, especially with all the suites they have available. Some more than pros, so that's interesting. Of course, in women's track, the distance medley, they set a record. They broke a record in the medley, which is great. And then, of course, in softball, 2-0. Of course, Robert Herring had a no-hitter. So, dude, it's a great weekend to be a Razorback. It's been a great weekend to have some recruits on campus, just to see all the winning.
That's all we do. All we do is win, win, win.
There you go.
No matter what.
All right, look. I do want to go into this perfect 10. Real quick.
All right, let's cue that. Here we go.
Dude, so that was Morgan Price. Getting a perfect 10 from the judges on the vault performance. Morgan is a transfer from Fisk University. She is a young lady who is a member of the illustrious Kappa Alpha, AKAs, at Fisk University, HBCU. Transferred to Arkansas and did her due diligence and did her homework, worked hard, and achieved the perfect 10, which has never been done. At Arkansas. So does that mean that she made history? Would you say there's a history?
Yeah, 100%.
Black history. Yeah, Black lady. Yeah. See, it's 2026. It's
still February. So.
It's still, I know. I'm sorry. Look, it's 2026 and we still hearing the first black. Yeah, the first person. Yeah, it's crazy. Either way it go, she did create history, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to the coaches for getting her together. To motivate her to get that perfect 10. It looks good, like I said, from an Arkansas perspective, to have this many great victories in one weekend. Like I said, it's the reason why we stay on this list every single year of we know football brings in the dividends. We know that. At the same time, it's great that we have other sports who definitely do their due diligence and hold the weight. We're still waiting on women's basketball. But
speaking of, where there was a comment about that. Oh, yeah. Which sport did we not see on the graphic? Hey, women's basketball.
We and this is the thing. Like Arkansas is a place where, in the time when I watch Celia Anderson and those ladies, like that was great basketball for me. And we haven't seen it as much since. We need women's basketball to be good. Of course, we love men's basketball, but we want women's basketball to be great as well. And have the fanfare. Is there anything to talk about other than Darius Acuff and Billy Goat? Gotcha. It's a good day, unless you like Canadian hockey. Gotcha. Yeah, unless you like Canadian hockey. And we also had 10 of our. We also had a 10. And
she also had a 10 in her
first. I'm saying she's a baller. So whoever recruited her, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them for doing their due diligence and really going out there and get people who can help the team that you currently are coaching. We do want to go into this SEC hoops and talk about this basketball real quick.
Or do we want to go Diamond Hogs and then circle back to basketball?
Let's do that instead.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not here, but
you got a segment though. We got an intro.
This is the Hearts baseball corner, and he'll be in the comments too to correct me on his notes and everything. So.
Ryan, what's up, Ryan? Thanks for checking us out. Go ahead.
So I'm going to probably butcher Heart's notes, so I apologize. But we will just go kind of with the kit and caboodle. So Monday, Arkansas took down Tarleton State. That was still down in Arlington, but not a part of the college showdown. So won that one. And then this weekend, home opener in Fayetteville at Baum, and they swept. Friday they won 5-2, Saturday 7-6, and today 11-0 in 8 innings to defeat Xavier. So
run rule. It's always good when you can beat somebody with a run rule.
Let me see. Let me take this. Looking at Hart's notes against Tarleton State, right fielder Zach Stewart. He started for Aloy. Peyton Lee out of Maumelle High School's starting pitcher, 4.1 innings pitched, 5 strikes, 100 run. Relief pitcher Ethan McClaven Jr. Vanderbilt transfer. Closing pitcher was Mark Brissy, freshman out of Batesville High School. So Friday against Xavier, Arkansas won 5-2. Hamden Koziel, I think Saturday he hit for the cycle. So Friday, he had a 3-run home run. Nolan Souza went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. Gabe Gackle, he got the win. 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Cade Gibbler saved, 4 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 5 hits, 1 earned run. Saturday, Arkansas won 7-6. Koziel hit for the cycle and scored the winning run. Ryder Helfrich hit a home run. Aloy home run and drove in the winning run. I'm going to have to get used to there only being one Aloy now.
I know, right? You keep saying, want to say the Aloy brother real quick.
It's throwing me off. Today, run rolled him in 8 innings. Colin Fisher, 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, 11 strikeouts, which was career high in strikeouts. Zach Stewart, first home run as a Hog, 45th of his career. Helfrich hit his 4th home run of the year, and then Aloy ended the game with a 3-run home run. So this week we got Arkansas State Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the weekend series we have UT Arlington. So it's that time of year. Tennessee lost their series this weekend. Gotcha. So it's that time of year that even when you get into SEC play, just win the series. You don't have to win every game, but we're in that boat right now. We should be sweeping all these folks. Now, I don't think it'll happen. We're going to get hung up at some point in time. You start SEC play, here in 3 weeks, March 13th. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 10 games before you start SEC play against Mississippi State. So just keep it rolling. Yeah.
Just keep it rolling. Let the new faces pop up. Waiting to see who's going to be the name to watch, the household name in baseball. Every year it ends up being somebody who may be up for the Golden Spikes Award. So we'll see exactly who that is. Actually, see if we got another great freshman on the field. We got Acuff in basketball. The young man is playing shortstop in baseball. I'm interested to see just how good he is. So for deviation to start a freshman, that's huge. That's huge. So it's going to be exciting to see exactly how he ranks and how he matches up against other freshmen in this league, other players in this league for that matter.
Do I think it'll happen? No, but it would be crazy if the other Aloy brother won the Golden Spikes.
It really would.
Like, has there ever been a pair of brothers that have won? I don't know that answer. So if anybody wants to look that up for us, it'd be appreciated.
Gotcha. But that's the Arkansas thing that would happen. Ain't no telling. But okay, let me ask you this. Would you take the other Aloy brother being the Golden Spikes winner, or would you take the championship this year?
Championship.
Easy.
I mean, it's one of those that I don't think you'll ever convince me that a singular individual award is better than a national title.
Correct.
So,
yeah. And we all feel like even though Dave Van Horn has done his due diligence and putting proper teams on the field, get that trophy, getting the hardware is what it's all about. So we're just waiting to see exactly what that looks like and what team it will be versus what opponent. So we always hope for going to Omaha. But like I said, can we finish? Can we be the last team on the field? That is to be seen. Enjoy the non-conference. The rubber hits the road in SEC play. Arguably the easier SEC schedule than in years past. We'll take that. We'll definitely take that transfer. we'll get some slack somewhere on the schedule because it seems like every year we get the worst football schedule. But I feel like if we were better, I wouldn't be complaining about it. I digress. There you go. All right. You want to go ahead and get in the Hog Hoops?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I know you got the Tuesday, Wednesday scores, right? So we got South Carolina and Florida. Florida takes them down 76-62. Vanderbilt and Missouri. Missouri gets the 1-point victory. Arkansas to Alabama in a overtime thriller, double overtime thriller, losing by 2 to Alabama. UGA and Kentucky.
Kentucky had a rough week.
Yeah. But UGA is just so up and down. Like, you just never know which team you're gonna get. We just need 1 or 2 players from the team that work really hard and get on the boards. LSU and Texas. Texas takes them down with 3-point victory. Ole Miss and A&M. A&M wins 80-77. OU and Tennessee. Tennessee takes the victory 89-66. And of course, Auburn and Mississippi State. Mississippi State gets the victory. That was an interesting game to see Mississippi State beat Auburn. And I think one of the transfers from Mississippi State went to Auburn and heard it from his former teammates after they lost. So that was interesting. And Mississippi State taking down Auburn 91-85. You got the weekend scores. Of course, Saturday, Florida taking care of business again, being dominant 94-75 over Ole Miss. Tennessee and Vanderbilt, in-state rivalry. Tennessee take care of business 69-65. Missouri and Arkansas. Of course, Arkansas take care of business at home. Alabama and LSU. Alabama keeps rolling 90-83. Mississippi State and South Carolina. South Carolina wins at home 97-89. Texas and UGA taking care of business versus Texas 91-80. See, Georgia's just one of them teams. Depending on which team they roll out there, they could beat you in the SEC tournament. Like, you just never know which one they're gonna do. A&M and OU, A&M 75-71, and Kentucky and Auburn. Auburn getting a 1-point victory at home. Doug Shows just blew the whistle and issued a foul on Hart for not being present for this episode. Dude, let's go ahead and get into the ref, because this is one conversation that's popped up during the game in the comments as well as on the show. You can give me that one more time. I'm gonna get into it. But I definitely want to get into that conversation, let you lead it. So looking at the standings, Florida's in the lead, Alabama, then Arkansas. So us losing to Alabama really.
I mean, you got to look at it too. We've got, which we'll see on the next graphic, we've got A&M Wednesday, and then we've got at Florida Saturday. So we're playing 2 teams that are in the top 4.
So my question is this. Of course, we're hopeful we can get both victories.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take an A&M loss and a Florida win?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to know. Like I said, this could go either way. I just want to see how you feel about it.
It's one of those that with which the rankings will change come tomorrow or whatever. So I would rather have a road victory at a potentially top 10 Florida team versus beating A&M. I mean,
yeah.
It's one of those that if you gave me either or, I mean, yeah, it would still suck to lose to an A&M team at home. But I would much rather beat like I said, potentially top 10 Florida team in the swamp.
Yeah. Be able to beat a team that's been rolling like Florida on their home floor, that's huge. That's definitely going to help come tournament time. So we'll definitely like to see that. Of course, we want to go 2-0, but we'll see exactly how it pans out. After A&M, you got Texas, then you got Missouri and Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Georgia, Auburn, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and LSU. LSU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't,
if anybody's having a bad weekend, it is
Kentucky.
Man, I forgot his Mark Pope. I forgot his name for a second. That's how,
the coach of Kentucky.
His press conference post game against Auburn was it was something else. And for the fact that and Joseph brought this up this morning to me, that he's old enough that if he wants to cuss, he can cuss.
Right.
At the same time, it was just like mother effing or whatever, however he said it in the press conference, and I'm just like, dude, like. Freaking, he sounded like, we want to talk about Ned Flanders, but here he goes. I think the realization for Mark Pope and Kentucky, and I get it if Kentucky fans are watching, because we know that they do sometimes. You want to hop in the comment. Yeah, y'all beat us. Congratulations. But here's the thing is y'all are sitting 9th or tied for whatever in the rankings. Yeah, 9th. You're on the right side of this graphic, which means, y'all are going to have to win the SEC tournament.
Oh, yeah.
To make the NCAA tournament.
But
but remember, folks, Kentucky fans, y'all
tell them.
Y'all were the bigger brand than John Calipari.
You were the brand.
You were
Calipari.
the brand.
Gotcha.
So you didn't need John Calipari to get your recruits. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Man, yeah. Don't worry, I'll wait. All right. So of course, next up you got A&M. We discussed that on Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's on ESPN2. And of course on Saturday, ESPN 7:30.
College game day will be at the Swamp.
That's what I'm saying. That's prime time action, baby. You got to show up. I'm hoping that Darius Acuff can continue to heal. I know Coach has been saying in the pressers he's been in the boot. And of course, as he said, Coach, we just lost. I'm going to play. He asked him about is he going to play in the game, and he did a great job. Now I'm going to tell you what's interesting about that game in particular. It was interesting that Cal decided, hey, I'm going to let you get hot, let you get your little 11 points. I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to let some of these other guys do what they do. Kentucky won a battle, but Arkansas will win the war. SEC rank, NCAA run. Absolutely, I agree with that, transplant Texan. It was great for me to see Darius Acuff have a seat and let the other players do what they do. We got a chance to see DJ Wagner. We talked about this last week about DJ Wagner and his veteran leadership and how he's going to be able to help down the stretch in regards to tournament time, neutral site games, etc. That's because he's had that experience. So to see him get on the floor and be active and be hot and keep the ball moving, keep guys prepared, it was great. It was great to see Billy Goat at the top of the key, get it, nice little bounce pass to the hoop, and then Wagner going and doing his thing. So it was great to see the game and to see different players on the floor who match up. Trevor Brazile, you got to be smarter. You cannot get these silly fouls, dude. Like, you got to be careful. Like, it's pivotal that we have him in the game, because if Pringle's going to play 30-some minutes and have 4 points and 3 rebounds and 2 assists and then get a triple single, you just on the floor with a Fitbit getting cardio at this point for me. You're not contributing to the team. Your plus or minus is not where it needs to be, and you're not contributing in the way that Coach Cal needs you to contribute. So we need to find out if it's other people who can contribute. I will ask you this real quick. We went on a 19-6. Let me get that one more time.
Yeah, we went on a 19-6 run the last 5:30 whenever Acuff went to the bench.
And that was great just to see the other players. Like, we want to know what this team looks like if Acuff has a bad game, if he has an injury, who can step up and who we can lean on. Is what I'm looking at this point. Because when it comes time to decipher who will be what ranking come time for this tournament, it's going to be interesting to see who played well against what other teams who had competitive schedules, as well as how we look in different matchup versus different teams. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the because somebody brought it up about Saturday's game at the Swamp. Are we going to, start on ESPN News? So I was just looking to see what games are on before Arkansas on Saturday, because your primetime game you shouldn't have to start on another channel.
We need to see the tip. Pause.
Glad you said that. So ESPN, Alabama and Tennessee starts at 5:00 on ESPN. So they're going to start on another channel with that game. Yeah, that bullshit again.
And that could be a hell of a game. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, and even the Vanderbilt Tennessee game was a good game before the Arkansas game this weekend. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me get this comment real quick. Yeah, TB running down the court to foul the guy right after inbound the ball was crazy. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, Coach, take me out the game. I'm tired. I'm not making proper. I'm not thinking clearly. Just take me out the game. Hey, Coach,
just check yourself out of the game.
Give me. I'm done. I'm done for the night. Yeah.
Mind you, I don't care. Somebody's going to draft this dude.
Either way,
he's going to get drafted. But So when he goes into interviews with these teams, is it, no, I wasn't hurt, I was just bullshitting?
They're gonna draft him either way. That's what you just
I know
told me.
they're going to draft him either way, but like,
Right,
like when a team asks him, like, "Hey, what's up with all this stuff going on? What happens during this is what I want to know for Kansas and for Darren Peterson. What happens during the NCAA tournament when you actually have to play a legitimate team because he's ducked himself out of every single game that he's played a quality opponent? He didn't want to go toe to toe with AJ DeBanstead because he would look inferior, or the possibility of it." And so I just look at, what are you going to do in the NCAA tournament when, let's say, you reach the Sweet 16 and you're playing these teams that have a Cam Boozer, have a Darius Acuff, have a AJ DeBansta. I mean, have these Koa Pete, Nate Ament, whoever it may be. Are you going to duck every possible lottery pick that you're going to come up against in the NCAA tournament?
Chances are, and they still gonna draft in top 5. It's sad. When people talk about NIL is ruining the game, the people who run the game are ruining the game. Let's be clear here.
There's an interest.
Low management. No, for real.
Yeah, I sent it to you and Hart, but on All the Smoke, the Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson podcast live stream, but they had, I think, was it Seth Greenberg and Jay Billis on, and the entire, like, they led off the show with a minute and a half or minute long clip of Coach Calipari and Tom Izzo about NIL I mean, just college basketball as a whole and where it's at, the international players, the Bediako stuff, this, that, and the other. It's an interesting watch because they really hit it from the different viewpoints. I don't always agree with Jay Billis, but him talking about it from the parent standpoint, because like his son played at Wake Forest, to developing these kids, it's interesting to see the different sides. And it was interesting too to see and listen to like Matt Barnes push back, because in this field of it, he's the parent that has a 17-year-old and younger kids that are coming up in it. And I've said this before with this generation of players that are coming, we always think that the former athletes' kids are coddled or have everything handed to them or whatever else. If y'all know or watch or pay attention to a lot of like these circuit leagues or summer ball or where these kids are playing at, whatever, these kids that's parents are former NBA players, I'm sorry, they will have more work ethic than 3/4 of the kids that are going to college or to the NBA or the Darren Petersons of the world. Right. And it's insane to see somebody like Darren Peterson just kind of take it all for granted when you've got all these other players busting their ass to do whatever they can. But
I think by the time it comes time for the draft, there'll be some type of news that'll come out in regards to, has he had a lingering injury that the university has been, it'll be some type of scandal behind this. There's no way this is going to fly over and he'll be a top 2-3 pick. So he has the talent, but like I said, him being inconsistent, not being available to play, they say the best ability is availability in pros. So him load managing at the college level is wild work. You tap your coach and tell him it's time to come out the game. It's even wilder. So who knows exactly what that looks like. But I do look at Transplant Text and comment about Kansas being the first or second round bow out. Look, it's very possible. It's some lower level teams. Like I said, with this transfer portal, you had some guys that you've never heard of. Everybody hears about a Cinderella story. Some of these smaller teams are loaded up. I don't know if anybody watched St. Louis. It's some teams out here. Like I said, they don't have the big name guys, but these are the type of teams that give people fits.
St. Louis have Great White Hype, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah. I said, man, it's some cold players on some of these smaller teams, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what this looks like going into it. But
Larry Blur.
I'm not going to lie. If Kentucky does not make the tournament, and
it's going to be... Yeah. They're going to have to win the SEC tournament to get there.
That's it.
I mean, this is your life. Cope with Pope. I mean, This is what y'all wanted. And that's the only reason that we poke fun at it, is because y'all keep on. So, but yeah, going back to the Alabama game, I mean, once again, I mean, shitty refs. It's one of those that Doug Show's, whatever game he's calling, it's ridiculous. Him for basketball and Mark Curlis for football, I don't understand how they still have jobs in the SEC, because every fan base has problems with them, I feel like, at some point in time. But, when some of my biggest issues, I mean, with the game against Alabama, obviously what Darius Acuff did, which I called for him to have a 40-point game like 2 weeks ago, and he didn't have it. So thank you for finally putting this one out there. And I thought it was going to be a kind of a marquee matchup between him and LeBaron Philon, and it was. I mean, Philon put up 35 himself. It was one of those things that outside, I mean, Acuff with 49, Billy Goat with 20, Malik Thomas with 24. I mean, yeah, you got Brazil at 11, but nothing else. You had 3 points from Pringle. You had 0 from Ewan. And then having to go, and then 8 with Wagner. 4 players fouling out is ridiculous.
That's wild. That just comes from being undisciplined.
You had to go, use 2 walk-ons in a game like this? Like, that tells you right there. And we've talked about this before. Would depth be an issue, or, the bench or whatever? And here we are. I hope that between now and the NCAA tournament, I'm looking at like kind of the foreigners, especially Elmer. Yeah. Get him. When I say get him ready, I just mean get him in there to where he can get 8 to 9 rebounds, maybe 4 points, maybe at the most 6 points. And those are just going to be on putbacks. Or he doesn't have to learn any, whatever else. You're 7 feet tall, or however tall he is, or whatever. I mean, just go in there for 8 or 9 boards. Because guess what? They actually teach y'all how to box out and get rebounds in Euro. So get them ready for the NCAA tournament, because you're going to need depth when you're playing games every other day. Yeah. So it sucked. At the same time, like, it was a game. It was good to watch, no matter who won. That was a game that both teams are going to carry with them throughout the rest of this season. Absolutely. And let's not downplay the national limelight that was put on Arkansas, Coach Kyle Darius Acuff, and the performance, the 49-point performance. Once again, a situation where Arkansas was put on the map, looking to show up and show out with their quality players. But the players filing out, that's unacceptable. There's no way we can go deep, make a deep run in the tournament, and we have guys who have instability who stand on the floor. That's got to be something that's being addressed. So hopefully Coach Kyle is doing what he needs to do, getting with the guys and getting that in order. I do want to ask you this, switching up real quick. Remember we talked about, hold on. Oh yeah, for sure. That game of the week, game of the year. That's going to be one of those games, like when it's off season and we getting ready for spring ball, and then they start playing like Arkansas Day, Alabama Day. That game will be played. Like it's crazy. Unless Bama has a crazy game against Auburn, it's worth watching. Anyway, let me flip the football real quick. We talked about choose Arkansas, making McFadden an ambassador. Correct. All right. Also, have you heard anything from the current athletic director or the GM in regards to promoting or boost this? No, they're not going to. And why would they not? Because they believe that they can do it on their own. Yeah, more or less. So, there will be nothing, no real connection there, because this administration, if you will, believes that they can, do things themselves. Just kind of like Hunter Yurchek thought he was gonna, get in the face of Dennis Gates yesterday. It's one of those things that Remy decides to show up whenever. I mean, I guess we got his one tweet out of the 6 months not too long ago. But no, they believe that they can do this themselves, and or with Learfield link up, whoever's running NIL for Arkansas right now, they are giving no help to choose Arkansas or the outside, and it just baffles me. It's kind of like choose Arkansas went and got arguably your best player in football history at the university to be an ambassador, and you're saying thanks but no thanks. We don't want the help.
Here's my problem with this. No matter what side you stand on in regards to how impressed you are with the hire with Silverfield, the staff members, even the roster that they put together thus far. This is the time where Arkansas hits the reset button. This is a time where you have to understand there are power in numbers, and us uniting as a university and walking in one direction is the best objective we could do at this moment. It doesn't matter. You know, we look at our platform with Hog HQ and Hog Talk. We know there are other media outlets who have a larger audience, who have more backing, who have credentials from the university. But at the same time, that shouldn't discredit us for still being able to represent and put on for the university that we love and the players and the coaches that have been selected to run this organization. So to me, this seems like a situation. Of course, it's not Sports Illustrated. I'll forever love Sam Pittman for that quote. But to me, this is a situation where I feel like we all need to come together. Like I said, no matter what size the platform is, no matter if it's new or something old, if people want to contribute and add to this program and make it what we all feel like it could be, why would we not all pitch in, hold hands, and sing Kumbaya? Yeah, keep hope alive.
What did you send? You sent me and Matt a message. What was it about Bray Cook?
So Bray Cook has been filled in as the high school relations
manager of alumni and high school relations. Yeah, okay, I just saw that.
Now, this is the job that I felt like Harold Harris should have had long time ago. Like when we first had Harold Harris on the show, we talked about former player being involved, being able to have former players around the university. And I've liked what Silverfield has done thus far, having that conversation with Peyton Hillis. Peyton Hillis, you know, we've seen his comments in regards to Silverfield and not being impressed. But once Silverfield got in front of him and talked that talk, hey, Peyton Hillis flipped the switch. But he was excited because he was like, we've never had a coach to actually welcome former players. And we know that's something that's needed. We watch national football and watch alumnus from said university on the sideline, you know, giving them, boosting them up on their social media platforms and bringing notice to that particular university. Of course, Michael Irvin did the most with the belt, with the BTA to the cooler after Miami runs. But at the same time, even though it was over the top for some people, he brought recognition and made you look at Miami as a university.
This was this week's raffle, so it raised a whopping $12,000. I'd just like to remind folks that this is what they chose versus allowing Saracen to do what they were going to do.
See, but
it's crazy too. Is Arkansas is potentially about to open up more sports betting in the state with DraftKings and FanDuel.
Gotcha.
So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, the state does everything, or this university, this athletic department does everything. We're going to do things our own way instead of taking a helping hand that would make things 10 times better.
But at the same time, if you remember the Touchdown Club, athletic director Yurchek remarks in regards to the people of the state, the citizens of the state contributing $100 a month. I'm just like, you asking people for money, but you won't actually do what is beneficial for them as well. Uniting the whole state, central and southern Arkansas. That's what we're looking for. It's almost like our higher ups are mad. Choose Arkansas is doing more than they are. Absolutely. Didn't hear your trick, say fans. See what I'm saying? Ryan always on it. He's donate more. That's what they are trying to do. And it's disturbing. It's very disturbing that we're not locked in together and walk in the same direction towards national prominence in our football program.
I don't know what's going to happen with it. I feel like we're still just at a point where we're just going to throw shit at the wall and let's see what sticks.
See what sticks.
And hope something does. Even going to NIL for other sports. I mean, you look at women's basketball. There ain't no NIL there.
No.
That was one reason that that one coach, I think she ended up at Arizona State.
Yeah.
She was at Grand. Was she at Grand Canyon before that?
Yep. Yeah. Canyon. Yeah.
But she basically told like you're not going to have NIL, and that was one reason she did not come here. So, sorry, this is the world that we live in. You can either join it or you can keep pulling a Clemson and Dabo Sweeney and just hope that it's going to eventually, like, this is all going to run its course.
Magically happen for you. No. That's not where we are, and the players are where. Go ahead.
No, just this comment right here, though, is, choose Arkansas. They're doing as little as like $1 a week, like as little as just give what you can, essentially.
Right.
Whereas everything with Arkansas collectives previously, it's been like, no, this is our minimum. Take this or nothing else. It's not very welcoming, and it's an afterthought for Hunter Yurachek and everybody else. I mean, just like the raffle now is an afterthought.
Yeah,
it's all just. I feel like a lot of this, because I just go back to the FOIA request that was denied, or came back that there was no contract with the Blueprint Sports. I look at a lot of this stuff as athletic directors getting kickbacks from these companies that they sign on, whether they want to admit to it or not. You're getting something from this.
Yeah, you can't be doing it for free. It just don't work that way.
No.
Same way that he chose to get in with the college football playoff committee. Notice the kickbacks that come with it. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
So wrapping up the particular week, of course, like I said, we had some great things happening in track and field. Track and field, talking about I'm just rambling at this point, but track and field, 2 records were set. Jelani Smith, Jelani Watkins.
Oh yeah,
Jelani
Watkins. LSU transfer.
He just transferred for the football team, and now he's on the track. Man, look. How far you? You started a phone. Interesting. Interesting.
That needs to be
great tidbit.
Looked into a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great tidbit right there.
Why does Hunter? I mean, yeah. Here's the thing, though, that keeps him in place is Arkansas ending every fiscal year in the black, ending every fiscal year with the surplus, because they're looking at it from the standpoint of the athletic department's not losing money, rather than potentially looking at it as national championships. But he hangs his hat on the total number of SEC titles because of all the other sports that also, don't get NIL money. That's why he always posts those graphics for stuff that goes towards like the Director's Cup and all that. It's what's everybody doing. Doesn't care about what you're doing in the top 3 or the 3 major sports.
Right.
It's, hey, what are we doing in Quidditch and equestrian? I mean, these are what these schools hang their hats on, and it's kind of like, no, let's look at what you've done in football, basketball, and baseball.
Yep, that's where the money comes from.
So,
but this is equivalent to you ever worked a job and you just be looking like whoever's in charge is an idiot, and if they would leave, then it would run so much smoother. But then you recognize, hey man, y'all making numbers for the month, the quarter, and the year. So no matter how much you dislike this person, from a production standpoint, a volume standpoint, a number standpoint, this person is excelling at their job. Go ahead.
Hunter and Mizzou's coach Dennis Gates at halftime, the secondhand embarrassment hug seen around the world. That whole thing was because I was in the car when that happened, and so I'm just listening to Matt Zimmerman and Chuck Barrett talk about it, and I mean, they made the whole thing sound a lot worse than it was. So I got my phone out real quick and went to the ESPN to like rewind it and see what was going on. And it was
wait. So you was in the car?
Yeah.
And then you look at your phone?
I was parked.
Oh, you left that part out. Because you have to be safe on the road these days.
No, I was parked. So, do y'all think? Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, no, it was just whole weird because like they're sitting there talking back and forth. They're making it sound like on the radio that these guys are about to like punch each other. Right. And I mean, it was what it was. Yeah. Then they just awkwardly hug, and I'm just like, okay. Y'all think Malik is gone after this year? Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Acuff, obviously Acuff, but I don't think I think Malik right now, I mean, obviously I think he's draftable, but he's also one that I think will use the SEC tournament, the NCAA tournament, and then the draft combine to up his stock. Because if you notice too, I mean, Cal talked about it yesterday in the press conference, and we talked about this, I believe, on the last show and from a previous game. Y'all notice what Malik's doing? I mean, he's starting to get he's going after boards more and more. He's upping his rebounds.
There you go.
He's gone from 3 to 4 now. He's getting 6 to 8. He's pushing 10. He got a couple of games of those like 8 to 10 rebounds, and it's almost like he's realized like, oh, I can add to my stats this way, because now he's going after boards. He's not just starting to run back like a lot of players do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely think he'll use those this tournament time. If nothing else, the situation where if people come check out Darius Acuff, they got to say, who is that dude in the corner shooting threes effortlessly like that? You got to get noticed while you're on the floor. That's part of the game. Do want to go back. Did we pick up another football recruit today? A recruit? I didn't see a recruit. I'm looking for the current class. Maybe you're speaking about for next year's class. High school coming in as a freshman.
I don't know. I don't think we have, unless I'm just missing something, but
I don't think so.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I've been kind of out of the loop on a lot of stuff, so it'll be okay though. At this point in time, I mean, I don't feel like anybody that you get right now, even if they're for this next season, the 2026 season, like I don't feel like anybody at this point is going to be of any caliber that's going to give you immediate impact. So hopefully maybe for next season, transfer. Yeah.
I mean, a transfer. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on any of the sites saying that we got somebody. I do want to get this real quick. It's acting like it's Felix Jones. Yep, great athlete overshadowed by an elite generational talent on the same roster. Absolutely. And you can throw in Billy Goat as the Peyton Hillis of the group, if you will. Because he definitely can go somewhere and make a roster and make a hell of a name for himself.
There's one post 6 hours ago from somebody, I don't know who this is, but it says that we landed 4-star cornerback Tyler Scott, but there's nobody else that's posted about it. I feel like that's old though. Tyler Scott transfer. Yeah, that was from January 8th, and somebody just posted about it today.
Billy with the clothesline. Cruz oversold it a bit, yeah. And on the other hand, LeBron will still be on the ground acting like Peter Griffin.
It's one of those, but LeBron still lives rent free in a lot of people's heads.
There you go.
But I will say too, watching Lakers games and whatnot, here's what my biggest takeaway. It can be his flopping, his crying, his whatever else. I look at more like, and me and my mom had this discussion the other day because she watches most of the Thunder's games, Thunder games. And him walking off the floor when the buzzer sounded, like not even shaking hands, just the fact that like there's kids that watch this and this is what they see. And which then I brought up because she didn't know that I've seen him leave when they were down double digits with like 2 minutes left in the game. Like he's just walked off to walk to the locker room. But that's the world we live in these days. It's not just him, it's everywhere.
Yeah. So Doug is blowing a whistle. Hart not being on the podcast. Answer the football recruit. Answer. See, there you go. This whistle is active. I do want to get back to this. I think the answer to this question, Ryan, is I just think that Coach Cal has already have the next group to replace them. He won't have the roster space.
The 26 class is potentially going to be, Cal's and Arkansas's best class.
Facts.
I believe Jordan Smith Jr. that we just got committed. If you go look, he is now the number 2 recruit in Arkansas history.
Yeah.
Behind Nick Smith Jr.
Yeah. Riddle me that. I know.
So, but yeah, it's
you know who third is?
Somebody that didn't even go here. Al Jefferson.
There you go. Look at my dude on this research. What's up?
But here's the thing, though: is if Acuff gets drafted top 5, if he's within the lottery, which is your top 15, NIL is not going to keep him. No. Anybody outside of that lottery, I think, should really consider staying in college.
Right.
Just because you're at that point. Unless you just have no eligibility or just truly do not want to be in college anymore. If you're worrying about if you're on the fence that you might be on a 2-way contract in the NBA and the G League, there's no point for you to go to the NBA. Stay in college till you can't anymore. Because NIL, you're getting more money than you are. At some point, you have to look at, and I didn't believe this before, but after listening to that, all the smoke, I truly kind of agree that there's really no point in the G League anymore.
No.
Just stay in college, get the NIL. The NBA would save money on the G League, and then these guys come over. There's really no point in the G League anymore.
It makes the college basketball game better, to be honest with you. Cal wants his stars to go start the clock for huge generational paydays. Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of his recruiting pitches. Talks about how much money they have accumulated since being under his tutelage. Knox and Boogie were to be one and done. Billy is a multi-year freshman. Acuff Thomas, same. Seeley, multi-year. I can dig that. I want to see Billy come back. Seeley, I want him to get healthy. I want him to get in the weight room. We still got to find a Boogie Cousins, Anthony Davis type of player. We got to figure it out. Like at some point, Cal has to make that happen.
And do I know what will happen with Carter Knox? No, I don't.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that no matter what happens to Carter Knox, and this isn't any inside news, this isn't anything, I don't think he's in an Arkansas uniform next season.
So you think it's a possibility that Knox could see that his draft stock is lower this year than it was last year, hit the transfer portal, go get a bag, go play on the team, and potentially be the same player he is this year?
Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll get lucky and end up at a Florida like Boogie.
But even okay. What has Boogie done since he's been in Florida?
Apparently he's like a defensive guru. I don't know. Or you know what he could do? Because I'm going to give a shout out to a former Razorback from the state of Arkansas. But people kind of balk at some of these players when they go to other schools. Y'all go look up Darian Ford's stats.
I was just gonna say.
You know what? Balling. And it's no shot. It's nothing against Carter Knox or whatever, but it's just kind of like it's not panning out. We got the second half of SEC play from you last season. This season, nothing really came to fruition. Joseph Pinion's tearing it up at South Florida. Darian Ford's tearing it up at Temple. Leighton Blockers had his moments at DePaul. Hey, if it doesn't work, just to go somewhere. Hey, just don't go to Kentucky. Unless you just really want to.
Kentucky. Right.
But it's just one of those. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And if you want to come back in another season and try again, I mean, that's on you. I think a lot of us said the same thing about Trevor Brazil at some point in time. That just like, hey, when's enough? But I don't see Carter Knox in an Arkansas uniform next season. I would love to. Billy Richmond wouldn't go anywhere unless it's for the NBA. He is Coach Cal's until it is time for him to go.
Transplant text with a comment. Knox agreed. Not in the Arkansas uniform next year. He will not have another freshman class outshine him, lose minutes to Billy Richmond again. No, for real. But if Coach Cal gonna play the best people, then hell, that means Billy Richmond need more minutes, and Knox needs to sit on the bench and figure some stuff out, and make his plus minus count when he gets the opportunity to get in the game. Real quick before we get ready to get out of here, have you heard anything about? You talk about NIL and people being older playing the game. Have you heard the news in regards to Indiana possibly having to vacate the wins and the trophy due to an investigation having 25-year-old guys on the roster who possibly didn't have eligibility?
No. I mean, I saw something the other day about them possibly cheating or something or whatever, but
yeah. Any chance you know what other school was involved on that advertising information?
James Madison?
Memphis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm looking like Memphis on that. I'm looking like, hey, Sylvie, I don't know what you left over there. Maybe that's why it was time for you to leave, because you knew some stuff was coming. Harbaugh. Yeah, Harbaugh knew some stuff was coming in Michigan. He got the hell up out of there, took his opportunity. So I understand. Either way it go. I hope
Did
this
Mike Tomlin know stuff was coming in Pittsburgh?
He even told what's the boy name? Running back. From Alabama. Can't think of his name. Najee Harris. Told Najee Harris. You know, I look at you not just as a player, I look at you as a son. If you was my son, I would tell you don't come back next year. That's how I end up going to the Bolts out west. Memphis, Silverfield in the fourth line. Hey, ain't no telling. You like your new chair over there, buddy?
I do. Kind of.
Hey, I'm about to put some on my story. I don't, me and you, you and Hart had these conversations, and this is what's cool about having different friends from different backgrounds and like having open conversations. Like we don't shy away from like race conversation, like we really get to it, right? It was a thing. I'm about to put it on my story. It was hilarious. So we had this conversation about famous white guy phrases.
Oh yeah.
So it's another one that came out. And when I tell you it's freaking hilarious, it said white people be like, hey, you got something on your face. And black people be like, hey, do this right here. It's the same thing.
It's like the thing I posted the other day. It's like the two they were reading because we went back and forth with the
Right.
Also, I still want to know
what it say. What it say? White people say, I wish you wouldn't do that. Black people like, I wish you would. Yeah, I wish you would.
I still want to know what the true opposite of "you got me fucked up" is.
I told you.
I don't feel like that works the same. Also, I don't believe that that's just a black phrase.
Okay, gotcha. So hold on.
Or maybe it's just me because I say it in my everyday life that I don't feel like.
That's the thing. See, you from Fort Smith and you play basketball and all that. You're a different type of dude. You don't speak for the masses necessarily. Like skin tone, yes, but like you had a different type of upbringing. Either way, what was the conversation that we had? Because I'm trying to find it now. And I said,
"Are you talking about when I sent that?"
Yeah.
I've got that right here because
we might have to ask the people real quick before we get going.
Yeah, this is the last little bit, folks.
I'm trying to find it. We done sent so much stuff throughout the week.
Right here. You said, I said you got me fucked up, and then you said you mean you're skating on thin ice, pal.
Is that it? Skating on thin ice, pal. Is that not?
Hart said she looks good. White people, she looks good. Black people, that girl bad.
It's opposites, but it mean the same thing. We speaking the same language, man. So, it is what it is. I definitely be like, she bad. She looks good. Look at her legs. some of my friends in high school used to say that.
Well, Transplanting Texan just gave us a new nickname, Ebony and Ivory.
Oh man, you hell. I like it. I like it.
Who do you think you are? You got me fucked up. I mean, that works. Basketball court language is different than regular life. No matter that's a 100%.
No doubt,
accurate.
no doubt, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
All right, these comments are going to get wild.
Ryan, hold on, Ryan. What you know about Slim Thick? What you know about Slim Thick?
On that note,
hey, that's a real one right there. Ryan, hey, Ryan got some people in his corner, man. I'm gonna check on that guy. Slim, you got to know. Slim Thick, I won't even go there. We're gonna go too far. All right, look, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. We appreciate you guys for checking us out. Once again, Mr. Hart should be back. Me and Adam will continue to do what we do. Once again, look, he in the comments right now. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have that guy back on here and let him talk some baseball. And hopefully we got some more news in regards to the football team. I am excited. I'm gonna keep praising Fayetteville until he give me a reason not to. His recent interview I sent you guys, his presser along with his coordinators. So that was interesting to see, to get a glimpse of what their plan is for this particular roster. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, I'll continue to sing his praises until he give me a reason not to. But at the end of the day, we all want our team to win, and we know where the money comes from. We win football games. Remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. As Transplanted always says, like, subscribe, and tell a friend. That's the motto. You know what we do, and we are out of here. You guys have a great work week. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Be good. We'll holler.